I'm going to talk a little bit about this, the compensation plan, which is the phenomenal compensation plan from a referral base. So if anyone's interested in learning how you can make money with this opportunity, I'm going to show you how you can do that in 5 different ways. Once again, this business model has only been out for about 6 or 7 weeks with this particular company. So the beauty that I'm talking about is that you have a company that's 18 years old, right? But you have a business model that's only been out 6, 7 weeks. So the beauty of that is that you got the best of both worlds. You have the firmness, stability of a company that's been around 18 years, 180 countries, right? But you have the newness of a business model, which allows people like yourself, people like me, to get involved in it and get paid based on our efforts. And with me, that's phenomenal to be able to get involved with something to get paid based on our efforts. There's no inventory, there's no shipping, there's no waiting. And we are the very first company ever to introduce a 60-second compensation plan. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this company will pay you within 60 seconds. I really believe that's a whole nother product in itself. So to me, we have two great products. We have the technology and we have the compensation plan because this company will pay you within 60 seconds. So 1 minute later, you're going to get compensated. So there's actually 5 ways that you make money. There's some fast start bonuses, there's some team commissions, there's mega matching bonuses, there's some rank bonuses, there's some leadership pool bonuses. And what's important is that as you start dissecting this plan, because I'm a numbers guy, and what you'll see, just like I see, is that this company has put good money up front so that you can really make money until you start building your residual income. Because that's really why I'm involved with this, ladies and gentlemen. I really want to make some residual income. I don't mind getting paid based on my efforts. So with that, I want to talk real quick about this disclaimer. And it's really important that you understand, like any other business, you're going to get out of it what you put in it. Now, obviously, if you want to come to work, you want to work hard, we have a great opportunity for those particular individuals. But we're not guaranteeing any amount of money that you're going to end up making because if you don't do anything in the business, like everything else, you're not going to make anything. But one thing I do appreciate about this company is that you get paid to be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. But once again, out of this business, you're going to get what you put into it. And to me, that's a beautiful situation because I've always worked hard in everything I've done. The first way that you make money with this is called fast start bonuses, right? So basically what that is that you sell one of those packages for $175, which everyone can afford, you're going to make $50. And you're going to make that money within 60 seconds, right? You sell the elite package for $350, you're going to make $100 just that quick within 60 seconds. Now, if you sell that pro package for $700, you're going to make $200 instantly within 60 seconds. Now, I put my pen to it. That's 28.5%, right? 28.5%. And when you're looking at any commission-based business, that's a pretty good commission. So if you have a person that maybe want to make an extra $800 a month, they can simply sell one pro package every single week and make $800 a month, which will subsidize their income. So we have an opportunity for that particular person as well, right? The next way you make money, and this is the way that you really start leveraging, so I always say, would you rather have 100% of your own efforts, or would you rather have 10% of 100 people efforts? Believe me, you want the 10% of 100 people efforts, right? So this is how that works. This is a company that has what's called a binary compensation plan. Obviously, binary means two. So you're able to put a person direct to you on your left side, direct to you on your right side, right? So once you do that and you accomplish 200 sales volume on your left side, 200 sales volume on your right side, the company's going to pay you $25. Now, that's not you by yourself, that's you and your entire team. Once you do 200 again on your left side, 200 on your right side, another $25. The other day I woke up, I had $75 additional on my card because the company actually issues you a card and they're going to put that money on your card instantly. But I had 75 additional dollars on there. I was asleep, but my team had gone to work. I was already set up to be able to get these override commissions. So therefore, I made that money while I was asleep. It wasn't just me by myself, but it was my team. So that's the thing that I really appreciate about this business. Once again, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Now, this is what's really important. You can only put 2 people direct to you, right? So what's going to happen when you start bringing in other people, right? So a guy like me, I'm going to bring in 100 people. I believe in the product. I believe in the company. I believe in the compensation plan. So therefore, I'm going to get it out to as many people as possible. But I will be forced to actually put those people into my organization to help other people in my organization. And that's the beauty of this particular plan is that you're forced to really help your teammates. So as they do well, you do well as well. And to me, that's a beautiful situation when I can help other people out. Now, with this part of the compensation plan, the company will only pay up to $50,000 a week. Obviously, that's a lot of money. People aren't going to see that type of money. But believe me, there's going to be some people involved with this business that's going to be able to see that type of money. Once again, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. The next way you make money is through mega matching money. And this is really important because anyone that you personally bring into the business, even if you put them down into your organization, 3 levels down, 4 levels down, you put them down into your right side or your left side, the company's actually going to pay you 10% of the total volume that their team actually puts together, 10%. So if you have a person that's doing, say, $5,000 a month in volume, that's an extra $500. Now, the beauty is that the company also will pay you 10% of anyone that they personally bring into the business. So once you understand the dynamics of this compensation plan, as you're putting people in your organization, you're helping other people on your team, you're sponsoring other people, you're putting them deep into your organization, now that volume flows up. And once again, 10% of anyone that you personally sponsor and 10% of anyone that they personally sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, believe me, that becomes a lot of money. Those are the monies that you really want to make. That's how that residual income starts to place. But the beauty is that the company's going to pay you different rank bonuses as you get different ranks throughout the company until you start building up your residual income, right? So as a bronze, that's once you go through the cycle. Once again, the cycle is 200 on your left, 200 on the right, $25. A silver, once you go through that cycle 5 times in a week, 200 on the left, 200 on the right, 200 on the left, 200 on the right, 5 times, $125. Down here, it goes all the way to, you say, the 3-star right here. So the 3-star, you've made $1,250 just by going through this cycle 50 times. So obviously, when you add up 1,250, 750, 500, that's 2,500. That's almost $3,000 that you've made just that quick. You get to the diamond level, that's 100 cycles, you get $2,500. So that's money that you're getting right now within 60 seconds, right? But the beauty is what this company has done because, they want to make sure you get money in your pocket until you start really building up your residual. So once you hit that 3-star, they're going to give you an extra $500. Once you hit the diamond, you get an extra $1,000. Once you hit the double diamond, ladies and gentlemen, an extra $2,000. Once again, this is not just you building this by yourself, it's you, but your total team, right? But as you hit those levels, and what's really important to understand about this is that they're getting these monies into your pocket until you really start building up your residual because they understand it's going to take a little time to build up your residual. Now, the way to make, additional monies, which the company's put in a leadership bonus, which to me is phenomenal. Once again, billion-dollar company's already in over 180 countries, 12 different languages. So as the company continues to grow, they're going to take 1% of all their revenues, 1%. So let's say they're doing $100 million, right? 1% of that, 1% of $100 million is $1 million. So there's one person in this particular pool and they're doing $100 million, you're going to make an extra $1 million. Now, obviously, by the time a person gets to the blue diamond, which we don't have any yet, they're going to be making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month anyway, right? Now, obviously, if there's 10 people at this particular level and the company's doing $100 million, 10 people are going to share that $1 million, which is an additional $100,000. So ladies and gentlemen, obviously you can see what I see, that this company's put together a phenomenal compensation plan. I think we all can agree that the product itself is phenomenal. Everybody can use the product, not only businesses, not only charities, but athletes that's trying to go to college. And actually people can just use it on a personal level. Now, I create these videos in 30 seconds when there's somebody's birthday and I send it out real quick because now I'm kind of fascinated with the technology, right? So get back with the person that invited you to see this particular presentation. Our team is called the Changing the World team. So join us as we change the world, one person at a time. Make it a great day, ladies and gentlemen. I look forward to seeing you in the very near future. God bless.